And God's ongoing goal, his desire, has always been to know and be known by his people. In Hebrews chapter 8, it talks about how in the Old Testament, the way that people did that, the way that people tried to relate to God was through the law. They lived under the weight of a whole lot of rules, a whole lot of regulations. It was all about regimen. It was all about you need to do this, and you need to do this, and then you need to do it again. And in case you do this, then you have to do this and this and this and these 13 other things. And it was all about regimen. That's how they tried to get close to God. That's how they tried to get to know God. And it wasn't really working. So God came in and he rewired everything and he introduced a new system. And since God is all about relationship, this new system, this new covenant was all about a relationship with Jesus. It wasn't about regimen anymore. All of a sudden it is about relationship. And God introduces, it's a totally new day, full of new hope. It is a new law that's been engraved in the hearts and minds of his people. It's a new knowledge of God with new access to the Holy One. And it is an entirely new covenant, fueled by mercy, fueled by love. And this new law is all about love. It's the law of love. It's all about love God, love people, okay? And God doesn't want us to forget it. He wants to make it real clear, and he wants it to be a part of who we are and what we do. So in verse 10, he wrote this, I will put my laws on their minds and write them upon their hearts. I will be their God, and they will be my people. God wants us to be his, not just... God doesn't want us to be just perfect. He doesn't want us to be good. But a lot of times we think, oh, I better be good to please God. His desire is for us to be his. Okay? He says, I want you to know my love. I want you to love me in return. I've written my law upon your heart. And the law is simple. It's this. Okay? I love you. I want you to love me. And I want you to love everyone around me. And it's no mark and wipe love. A lot of times we live in a mark and wipe culture where, we write out, I love you, but we don't do it in permanent ink. We do it in mark and wipe. So we want to keep our options open so we can go back later and just kind of and erase that and rewrite. God hasn't written his love on our hearts in mark and white. He's done it with this spiritual Sharpie. It is permanent, and it's his way of saying, I love you. I always will, always have. I want you to love me in return. I want you to love the people around you. That's the new law. His law of love has been written in permanent ink. He wants us to be real clear on it. He doesn't want it to smudge. It's kind of like a soul tattoo that he has engraved into our minds and into our hearts, where he says, this is the new way. Okay, this is the new way. I want to know you. I want you to know me. I love you. I want you to love me. I want you to love everyone around you. It's a new system, and it's all about relationship. It's not about regimen. It's about relationship with the living, loving God who knows your name and knows everything about you. God bless you guys. Giddy up.